Kira and I met at a first aid conference and competition when we were both in undergrad. We were both on campus response teams. She was at McMaster and I was at Laurier.
So we'd each come there with our emergency response teams to respond to fake emergencies, basically set up all over campus. And the first time that I met Mike was we were out at the bar later with our teams, and I saw him sitting there in his bright pink t-shirt with a yellow, canary yellow sweater wrapped around his shoulder for some reason, in his toque, because he always wore toques when I met him. And I thought he was super dreamy. And so I told my friend, and we went over and we sat down at a table with him and his friends, and we started talking. And I could tell instantly that he was different than other guys. Like, he had more substance and there was something about him.
We started with a long distance relationship, so we kind of went long periods of time without seeing each other, and then kind of really intense weekends together. And I think really early on we both kind of realized that we liked just relaxing and hanging out, and it didn't really matter what we were doing.
I was living in Hamilton and Mike was living at Laurier in Waterloo, and I would drive down to visit him every week or so, and he would come to visit me on the alternating weeks, and we would just go to the grocery store and get groceries and make dinners.
Our first date, we went to the grocery store and went grocery shopping and came home and made dinner, and that was it. And neither of us wanted to go out, neither of us wanted to do something specific, we just wanted to hang out and be around each other.
It was like being on a high, really. Like, it was the first time I'd ever really been in love. Even though I was however old, 20-something when we first met, I'd never really met someone that I cared about so much before. So it was just kind of fun all the time doing absolutely nothing with him, like watching a TV show on his computer or things like that.
Both Kira and I really like canoeing, and we really like Algonquin Park. So originally I wanted to go on a camping trip with her and propose at a really nice campsite and make that kind of our thing that maybe we'd go back and do every year. So I made some really casual comment about 6 months before I wanted to propose, and said that we should book campsites early this year because last year when we tried to go, all the good sites were booked. And she turned around and said, "You're going to propose in Algonquin Park, aren't you?" Which I thought was awful because I was going to propose in Algonquin Park.
The proposal was a complete and utter surprise, which is very unusual because I know everything that's going on. So I went on a canoe trip with 3 of my closest friends in Algonquin Park, and no sign of anything unusual. We went on the canoe trip, and on the last day my friend said, "We have to get back on time because my mother and I are going for dinner early in Toronto, so we have to get back so I have lots of time to get there." So I woke everyone up at what time I thought was early.
So I waited there for 3.5 hours because they were late. And I sat there with the rig and was kind of freaking out. But so yeah, they pulled up, she didn't see me. I made it all the way down to the dock before she turned around.
And then I kind of turned around and Mike was standing behind me. And I was like, "Babe, what are you doing here? Like, what's up?" I was like, "Did you miss me so much? You just came to pick me up?" It's like, "You're so sweet."
And she thought that I was just there to drive her home because I missed her. And I said, "I have something that I want to ask you. Do you want me to ask you here, or do you want to go for a walk?" And she didn't say anything.
And then I have no idea, like literally no idea what happened.
I think she was pretty shocked. So I did the get down on one knee, I said some stuff, and proposed right there in front of about 60 people in Canoe Lake.
And I was just like completely blown away.
Now that you're grown up, people telling you what you should be. Everything you do, every step you take could be the one that'll make you make it. I believe in you.
I love it. Look, me.
The world is trying.
It's really nice.
But there's no better time to chase your dreams. When it seems too hard and you wanna quit, just don't forget.
Good morning, my love. Wow, here we go, eh? I hope you slept really well. Everyone says today flies by, so I just wanted to start with a short note to say that I love you very much and try to enjoy all the little things today. You're surrounded by wonderful, kind, and beautiful friends this morning, and there's a reason for that. You are the common thread running through everyone around you today. The love you feel for them is a perfect reflection of what they feel for you, so let that wash over you as you're getting ready. I already can't wait to see you. Love, Mike.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for him to see me. And him, I'll see him too. Kira, I hope everyone has been having fun already today. We're getting closer to the big reveal, and right now, both writing and when you're reading this, I have butterflies in my stomach. I lied when I said I haven't imagined you in your dress. Kira, I can't really express to you in words what you mean to me, so I want you to watch my face when you first see me today. The look I have when I first see you will show you how I feel better than anything more I'll be able to write tonight.
Kira and Mike, break the glass together, then feel free to seal your marriage with a kiss. Mazel tov! Congratulations!
See that shot, the last shot by Mr. Michael Levy there, it was a piece of beauty.
Glorious shot today. You know, he had the front line, he hasn't been playing quite as well, but here on the back line, he's really making a charge for the leadership board.
He's really finding his stroke, I find.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.